try to introduce additional thing here. And that is the per capita terms. Now, because, see, there are many ways to represent production function. When I have a single input, one input, so I can take input here and I can take output here, and this will be my production function. Why I have drawn the production function to be concave? Because of another assumption that we make here. Again, one of the assumptions of the Solow model, that we have diminishing returns to input. Diminishing returns to input क्या बोलता है? That as your input will increase, output बढ़ेगा तो सही, output will increase, but at a diminishing rate, at a lesser and lesser and lesser rate. ठीक है? So that is the diminishing returns to input. Now, this is way one. कि आपने एक ही input था, you took input on the x-axis and output on the y-axis, and you're done with it. The second method can be that when you have two inputs given to you. So either you can make a 3D diagram. So you go ahead and you take labor here, capital here, output here. And for some value of labor and capital, you try to find out what is the value of output. Another value of labor and capital, you try to find out the value of output, and you try to plot the production function. Very complicated because 3D diagrams are difficult to explain when it comes to economics. Another thing which you can do is what we do in microeconomics, that we make level curves. So we hold output fixed at some level, and then we ask what are the different combinations of labor and capital that can achieve this level of output. क्या करेंगे हम? हमने output को कर दिया fix, है ना? और फिर हमने बोला कि अच्छा ठीक है, now given that my output is 10 units, I want to understand what are the different labor and capital combination ताकि output 10 रहे. And from here what we get is called an isoquant. ऐसा कुछ मिल जाता है. You take labor here, capital here, and you get an isoquant. Now, Solow did not use any of this method. उन्होंने ना ये use किया ना ये use किया. He had two inputs. What he did is he converted the equation in per capita terms. Per capita means per unit of the labor. So what he did really is he divided throughout by L. Look here. This became Y by L, and he called this as output per unit labor. And he called this as small y. And this part became k to the power alpha. Dekho, if I just solve this part, I will have L to the power alpha in the denominator. So this can be written as k by L to the power alpha. And I can just write this as small k to the power alpha. So this small k came to be called as capital per worker. So he rewrote this model, right? And how did he rewrite this model? He rewrote this model by going ahead and by doing something like this, that now I just have two variables. एक है small y, एक है small k. But small y is output per capita, per unit of labor. And similarly, small k is capital per unit of labor. Now, once we get this model, we still assume that there is diminishing returns to capital. But now it is diminishing returns to capital per worker. माने as I will increase capital per worker, output बढ़ेगा तो सही, but at lesser rate. ठीक है? So when I initially increase small k from 1 to 2, look that output is increasing by this much amount. Then when I increase it from 2 to 3, output is increasing by this much amount. फिर हमने 3 से 4 किया, output is again increasing by this much amount. 4 to 5 किया, output is again increasing by this much amount. So output is increasing, but you will see that this is becoming flatter. माने it is concave. shape. It is concave in nature. Okay. So this is exactly what we have written here, that there is diminishing returns to capital per worker, which means each additional unit of capital will increase output by less and less amount. The other equation, तो ये हमारा पहला equation हो गया production function equation. Right? Production function equation is small y is equal to k to the power alpha. The other equation that we have of Solow model, that is basically this equation. Right? This equation basically goes ahead and says, it's called capital accumulation equation, that the change in capital is going to be due to two reasons. The first part is investment, which is going to increase my capital. We assume here that investment and savings are same only. तो जितना भी investment firms कर रहे हैं, it is because of the savings of the economy, of the entire aggregate economy. And we assume that savings is going to be some savings rate into Y, where the small s can be called as marginal propensity to save. So, जब भी people earn some income, S proportion of that income is saved. And that savings convert itself into investment. So there is an increase in capital. Capital बढ़ रहा है. There is an increment of capital, an increase of capital due to this investment. But at the same time, there is also decrease in capital. The decrease in capital is due to wear and tear of capital. And that is called as depreciation of the capital. This depreciation of capital is some proportion of the total capital. तो अगर मैं ये बोल दूं कि मेरा capital 100 है and depreciation rate 10% है, so the amount of depreciation will be 10% of 100, which means 10. Right? So depreciation is some constant rate of the value of the capital. Now, we have got here this equation which says K dot is equal to, K dot is nothing but change in capital. This is equal to investment, which is increasing capital, minus depreciation, which is decreasing capital. I want to go ahead and I want to talk about two time periods यहाँ पर. So two time periods. The first one is when capital is discrete. And the second one is when capital is taken continuous. So from maths also we know that discrete capital means that we are saying that we need to write a difference equation. And continuous capital means we need to write a differential equation. Difference equation, differential equation. Difference equation means we are writing something like this. Change in capital is equal to capital in period t minus capital in period t minus 1. Differential equation means that capital is continuous. So change in capital takes place over time, and we can write this as how capital changes as time changes. Right? So if capital is assumed to be discrete, then we can write change in capital as kt plus 1 minus kt. And if capital is assumed to be continuous, then we can write change in capital as how capital changes with time changes. But we are going to go ahead and take it as a differentiation, right? Because it is a continuous variable. Now, another thing which is important here is that many books will go ahead and assume that it is the workers who are going ahead and saving the money. Okay, so they do distinguish between firms and workers, firms and labor, and assume that savings are only done by households. Those people who consume, सिर्फ वो ही save कर सकते हैं. So it says that workers go ahead and they, they save some portion of their income. But I would like to highlight here that in Solow model, because we are saying that saving is some proportion of the total income, right? ये total income wage income भी हो सकती है और rental income भी हो सकती है. तो हम इसको ऐसे डिफरेंशिएट नहीं करेंगे, हम इसको डिस्टिंग्विश नहीं करेंगे. हम सिंपली यहाँ पर ये बोल देंगे कि हमारी जो सेविंग्स हैं वो इनकम का कुछ प्रोपोर्शन है. और क्योंकि हमने इक्वेशन में y इज इक्वल टू डब्ल्यू एल प्लस आर के लिखा था, तो हमें इससे मतलब नहीं कि ये कैपिटल की अर्निंग्स हैं या ये लेबर की अर्निंग्स हैं. जो भी टोटल इकोनॉमी का अर्निंग्स हैं, वॉट एवर आर द टोटल अर्निंग्स ऑफ द इकोनॉमी, उसी का ही कुछ प्रोपोर्शन जो है वो सेव हो रहा है. ओके, this we have done. ठीक है. Now I want to also for once and all explain how to convert things in growth rate. हम कैसे चीजों को ग्रोथ रेट में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, इसको हमें थोड़ा सा समझना चाहिए. In order to convert in growth rate, what we should be doing is, suppose I tell you find growth rate of capital per unit labor. That means I need to find small k. K क्या है? Capital K by L. Capital per unit labor. इसका growth rate निकालना है. In order to find this, I can go ahead and take log on both sides. So log K will be log capital K by L. And this is going to be log K is equal to log capital K minus log L. We have used the property that log M by N will be log M minus log N. Now what we can do is we can differentiate with respect to time. तो यहां पे आ जाएगा 1 by small k dk by dt is equal to 1 by capital K d capital K by dt minus 1 by capital L d capital L by dt. And this can be written as k dot by k is equal to capital K dot by k minus capital L dot by L. इस पार्ट को I have written as k dot, इसको capital K dot, इसको capital L dot. Notice that this part, ये वाला हमारा जो पार्ट है, this is growth rate of capital per worker. इसका definition ही होता है growth rate का, that how capital changes over time by the initial value of capital. ठीक है. जैसे for example, if I ask you find growth rate of GDP, so you will tell me GDP of 2024 minus GDP of 2023 by GDP of 2023 into 100. मतलब कैसे GDP change हुआ divided by base year GDP into 100. This is the formula for growth rate. So growth rate of any variable is how that variable changes upon time divided by its original value. So this can be called as growth rate of capital per worker is equal to growth rate of capital K minus growth rate of capital L. यहां से हमें ये इक्वेशन मिल गया in terms of growth rate. ठीक है. So you see permanently we have seen this now कि अगर हमारा इक्वेशन small k is equal to capital K by L है, तो इसको growth rate में convert करने के लिए ये just subtract. That will be the equation for growth rate. So this is the first equation that we studied. ऐसे ही if you remember हमने अपने production function को कैसे लिखा था? We had written the production function as y is equal to k to the power alpha. So if I take log on both sides, log y is equal to log k to the power alpha. Use the property log m to the power n will be n log m. So log y will be alpha log k. And what will we get from here? Well, we will get 1 by y dy by dt is equal to alpha 1 by k dk by dt. So this is nothing but y dot by y is equal to alpha k dot by k. And from here, we will get that the growth rate of output per worker will be alpha into growth rate of capital per worker. Important equation. Okay. So you can just say that the growth rate of output per worker will be alpha, growth rate of capital per worker. ठीक है? Okay.